Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. In today's video we're going through my 2025 NBA playoff predictions. The play-in is almost over, so I'm just going to be predicting it from here since the playoffs do start tomorrow as we're recording on the Saturday. So let's get into the predictions. Alrighty, so we are now here over on the NBA Pick'em website. Go and have a go. Go try and choose the playoff bracket. And so far, we haven't completed the play-in tournament just yet. There is still a game between the Grizzlies and Mavericks. However, the Grizzlies are up by 25, so I am assuming that they will win it. Regardless, though, we will start off with this game. We'll start off in the West. I do think that the Thunder should be able to knock off both of these teams. Let's just say Dallas get in. I probably would say that game goes to 5, but I'd pick the Thunder to win in 5. If it's the Grizzlies, I could see it maybe going to a 6 game, which it probably will if the Grizzlies are in, but I think the Thunder should be winning regardless. I think this is an easy one. They've been the 1 seed all year. They've been the benchmark, not only just for the West, but pretty much for the competition. So I'm going to say that the Thunder win it in 5. I do think that Memphis and Dallas could probably compete for one game. Yeah, I'm going to go with the Thunder to win in 5 games. I think they're just the better team there, and I think they should be able to get it done quite easily. We move on to a much more intriguing contest between the Nuggets and the Clippers for Series 2. Now, this should be a very good series, I'm hoping. The Clippers, they've finished off their season winning the last 8 or 9 games. I think it was the last 9 games of this season. So they've been on a really hot streak, and you'd think the Nuggets might just be able to get it done. As you can see, 57% of the fans have tipped them. But I could see maybe a bit of an upset here, and the Clippers getting the job done. Jamal Murray should be back for the Nuggets, though, so that does change quite a lot of things. I am slightly leaning towards the Nuggets I do think that it might go to a 7-game series, but I think the Nuggets, they'll just be too good. I think they're the much better team. I'm going to say Denver to win in 6. I know that's actually not that much of a contest, but I still think the Clippers can win at least a couple games, but I wouldn't be sleeping on the Clippers because they're in some pretty hot form right now, and, their guys have been really stepping up. But I just think the Nuggets, they're just a bit more classy. I think the big three and Aaron Gordon, Nikola Jokic, and Jamal Murray should be able to get it done. And I think Denver, with the way that their list has transitioned, if Russell Westbrook can just get back to his best and not sell late in games, I think that they should be just too strong. And yeah, I'm going to go the Nuggets to get another round 1 win in the playoffs. Moving on now to the Lakers and the T-Wolves. Now, the Lakers, my team, I do go for the Lakers. They are favoured quite heavily in this one by 88% of fans. I'd honestly rather face, and again, we were probably going to get the Warriors, but the Warriors did lose to the Clippers in that last game, which means they went into the play-in and got the 7th seed. But I would have much rather faced the Warriors than the Timberwolves. And I know that sounds stupid, but the Timberwolves, they've been really hot the last couple of months, finishing off their season. So it's certainly going to be a tough series, and I just have to have confidence in my Lakers, though. I feel like maybe the Lakers, they should be able to get it done. Luka Doncic, we all know what happened last year when he played the Timberwolves, so I'm hoping as a Lakers fan they can get it done. But they've got Jalen McDaniels, Rudy Gobert, Anthony Edwards, Julius Randle. They could certainly get it done, but I'm going to back in the Lakers. I'm going to say we get it done. Let's say the Lakers in 6. I like that. I think we'll be able to get it done. Hopefully, it's really a 50-50, but I'm just going to have faith because we are in the playoffs. So, yeah, I'm going to say the Lakers get the job done. Next up, we have the Warriors taking on the Rockets. Sorry. This one should be another good series. I think that this is going to go to a 7-gamer. Now, this is a tough one to pick. Again, a lot of people are picking the Warriors over the Rockets, but the Rockets, I feel like they're slightly disrespected. I feel like not many people appreciate them for what they have done this season. They won 52 games this year, and they've just been the benchmark, second place benchmark of the season. They've got some really good young guys in there like Jalen Green, Amen Thompson, Alfred Şengün. Those are the main big three. They've got guys like Dylan Brooks, and Fred VanVleet that can also be some good role players on the court. We all know that. As for the Warriors, they've obviously acquired Jimmy Butler, and now they're flying at the moment, coming out of the play-in against the Grizzlies. But you know what? I'm not the biggest Warriors fan here. I'm a Lakers fan. I could be a bit biased here because I don't really like the Warriors, but I'm going to back in the Rockets. I think that too many people are sleeping on the Rockets. I'm going to say the Rockets to win in 7 games. I think this is going to be a really good series, but I'm going to back in the Rockets. I genuinely think that they can get it done, and what would you kind of expect is a bit of an upset, despite them being the 2 seed, because yeah, a lot of people are saying the Warriors are going to win, but I reckon that oh no, hang on a second. Let's just change that. I actually think that the Houston Rockets are going to get it done. I think that they have that extra home advantage, and I think they win the series 3-2 in the 2-3 in the regular season against the Warriors or something like that. I don't know. I think it's like 2-1 or something. So yeah, they've got the edge over the Warriors, I feel like, and they might be able to get it done in the playoffs as well. Then we move on. So we do have the Miami Heat as the first official 10 seed that have actually advanced through to the playoffs. We've never seen a 10 seed advance through to the playoffs in its 5-year existence, I believe, the play-in. So this is going to be interesting. The Heat, yet again, defying the odds, coming out the play-in to play the Cavaliers. And honestly, I was going to say this. I was just watching the Hawks and Miami Heat game. It was a very good game. I think the Cavaliers should be pretty worried. I'm not going to lie. I think that yes, they're the 1 seed. Yes, they start off their season 15-0. They have fallen away late. They have lost a couple, but I would be honestly scared by the Miami Heat. I don't think this is going to be a sweep or a 5-game series. I do think that the Cavs should just be too strong for the Heat, though. It would be disappointing if they lose to the Heat. Surely the Heat can't get it done. I think Bam Adebayo is also injured for this series, but Davion Mitchell, I just watched him play. He was absolutely on fire shooting from three. Heroes heated up. You know, they've just got some really good role players in their team, the Miami Heat. I'm going to go the Cavs to win, but in 6. I think that the Heat are actually going to win a couple of games here, even though they still don't have Butler. I do think that the Heat, they'll just be too... I think that the Cavs will be too strong. I'm going to go the Cavs in 6, but I'm not confident with that. I think that the Heat could put up a really good fight in that series. I'd expect them to win. I expect them to put up much more of a fight than the Hawks if they were in there. We move on to one that's really just 50-50. We have the Pacers taking on the Bucks. A lot of people are picking the Bucks over the Pacers. Now, there is official news that Damian Lillard should be back for this series, which is massive for the Bucks because obviously last year we saw the same thing happen to the Bucks. They got eliminated by the Pacers. We saw them lose in the play-in tournament, and we also saw them lose in the playoffs in a 7-game series. I think it was, or 6. So the Bucks, they'll be looking to get the revenge because the Pacers have genuinely had the wood over them in the last couple years, you could say, but this should be another good series here. I do think that if Lillard is back, it does change a lot. I think Brook Lopez should also be playing. So the big three in Giannis, Brook Lopez, and Damian Lillard could get it done against the Pacers. The Pacers obviously have got Tyrese Halliburton and Miles Turner. They've also had a really good second half of their season. Halliburton's been really heating up because they were pretty poor in the first half. I am gonna go the Bucks though. I think the Bucks, they'll just be too strong. I was actually thinking the Pacers were gonna get it done a week ago, or like a couple days ago. But I have changed my mind. If Lillard is back for this series, I'm gonna go the Bucks to win in 6. It could be more, it could be less, maybe in 7. But I'm just gonna stick safe and go with the Bucks. I honestly think that they're obviously the 5th seed, but I think they'll be too strong for the Pacers, to be honest. I just think that that's a different breed when they are all healthy, and Giannis, he'll just be dominating again as usual. Then we move on to the Pistons and the Knicks, and I honestly think, kind of like the Rockets, I think a lot of people are sleeping on the Pistons here. The Knicks, they haven't lived up to my expectations at the start of the season. I think I even had them for the championship or something like that because I had really high expectations. The Knicks, they've been okay this year. They've won 50 games. They're the 3rd seed, but if they were in the Western Conference, it would be a much different story. And the Pistons, obviously having a bit of a breakout season, they find themselves in the playoffs. And I think that is why a lot of people are picking the Knicks to win this series in 7 games. I think a lot of people are expecting the Knicks to win this because they are the 3rd seed. They'll get that extra home ground advantage. I could see the Pistons really winning this. I really could. I think that they lose this regular season series 2-1 or something like that. But the Knicks, I want to be taking them too easily here. I think that they can really put up a good fight. The Pistons with Cade Cunningham and Tobias Harris has been really going off. So I think those two could do it. But I am going to go the Knicks. I think that they're too strong. I'm going to say in 7. I think we're going to get another 7-game series. I think this is going to be a really good one, to be honest with you. I wouldn't be sleeping a second on the Pistons. We then move on to the Celtics and the Magic. Now, this is probably one of the most easiest games to pick here. I am obviously going to be going the Celtics. It's just kind of how many games. The Magic, they're just too young. Paolo Banchero, You look at some other their guys. I think they do have quite a few injuries. They were impressive in that game against the Hawks, but yeah, look, they also did win a game earlier on in the season. They won by 20, and they did hold the Celtics under 80 points. But the Celtics, they had no starters, so this could honestly be a sweep. Should I give the Magic one game though? I kind of feel like there's going to be one series in this game. I feel like there's going to be one game in these series, round one, where we might get a sweep. But I'll say Celtics in 5. I think that maybe the Magic. Actually, you know what? We're going to go a sweep. There's always one sweep every round, and I just think that this is going to be it. I just can't see the Magic getting up. They're way too young. If the Celtics are all fully healthy with Porzingis, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Peyton Pritchard is also probably going to win Sixth Man of the Year coming off their bench. They've just got so many good guys in there. Derek White, they should just be too strong for the Magic, obviously being last year's champions as well. So I'm going to go I'm going to go the Celtics in 4. There's got to be one sweep. We then move up to the Thunder and the Nuggets. Now, if this does happen, I honestly think that this could be a good series. It may not, though, because the Thunder, I feel like they should be really confident still coming into this kind of bracket. They again, like I said, they're the 1 seed, 68 wins. I'm going to say the Thunder win this. I'm going to say the Thunder win this easily in 5 games. You know what? I don't think the Nuggets can make it past the second round. They fired Michael Malone for no reason right before the playoffs. Maybe if they kept him, I don't know why they fired him. Nikola Jokic will be out of there, hopefully coming to my Lakers. I don't even know if that's going to happen. I'm hoping it does. But yeah, the Thunder, I feel like just should be way too strong for the Nuggets. They've swept them in the regular season, and I'm going to take the Thunder in 5 there, to be honest with you. We then have the Lakers and the Rockets. Now, listen, I do think that we can get past the second round. I really do. I'm really optimistic, but the Rockets are a different breed, man. I'm pretty sure we do win the regular season series. I think we played them 4 times. We might win 3-1. I'm pretty sure we did get a win over the Rockets just a week before the season finished. But this could honestly be a good series. I am slightly leaning towards the Rockets, though. But you know what? We're going to go the Lakers because, come on, I think we can get past the second round. If we can beat the Timberwolves, I think we can beat the Rockets. I'm going to go the Lakers to win in 7 games. I think that the Rockets, they'll be going out sad, unfortunately. But I'm just going to back in the Lakers here. I honestly think that we can get it done. I know that could be biased, but come on, Lakers. We head over to the first semi-final in the Eastern Conference now between the Cavs and the Bucks. Now, this series should be a pretty decent one. I do think that there is a chance that the Bucks could get up here in this series, but I probably would take the Cavs if this does end up happening. Let's say the Cavs in 6 again. I don't think it's going to be that easy, but I just think the Cavs, they're just going to be able to get it done when they're fully healthy like we've seen this season. They're just a different team, so I'm going to go the Cavs there. Knicks and the Celtics, I got to go the Celtics, man. They're different. You know what? We're going to go Celtics in 5. The Knicks do have an unlucky streak against the Celtics. The Celtics kind of do own the Knicks when you look at it. I think the Celtics sweep the Knicks 4-0 or 3-0 in the regular season. So I'm going to pick Boston in 5 just because I don't think the Knicks have a good enough roster to compete with the Celtics, to be honest with you. Lakers and Thunder, I'm going to say the Thunder win that. Let's say in 6 games. I don't think we're going to be able to go to the finals. That would be a bit stupid, wouldn't it? Maybe there's a chance we can get 3, but I just can't see us beating the Thunder in a 7-game series, unfortunately. So I'm going to go the Thunder to win that in 6 games. And then we have the Cavs and the Celtics. This is going to be crazy, but I've really changed my opinion on the Celtics. I know I'm a Lakers fan. I know I do hate them, but let's say the Celtics go through to the finals. I'm going to say the Celtics to win against the Cavs in a 7-game series. Let's say it goes to 7. The Cavs, they were the 1 seed, but I do think that they unfortunately get eliminated there. And I feel like the Cavs are a bit disrespected, but against the Celtics, I do think the Celtics roster is slightly better, and I feel like the Cavs don't really match up well against the Celtics. So now we have the NBA Finals between the Thunder and the Celtics. Who do I have winning the 2025 NBA Championship? I'm going to go the Thunder, okay? I honestly think the Thunder, they're different this year. I know I said in my preseason awards, which I did, I think it was a couple months ago, I said the Thunder, they wouldn't be getting there, but they've really changed my opinion. They've just been really good this season, and I have the Thunder winning the championship, so hopefully you guys enjoyed that one, and I'll see you guys in the next one.